Hi, this is Elwin Robinson, founder of Genetic Insights, and I wanted to make a quick video just to show you what the process is of actually setting up your membership site in Genetic Insights and starting to look at your reports. So I'll take you all the way from the process of first ordering to get you there. So first of all, obviously you choose the Genetic Insights collection you're interested in. Right now I'm on the top option there, All Access Limitless Membership. Which of course gives you access to everything. But if that is not in your budget, or if that's just too much information to you, that's completely understandable. You can go for any of these other collections as well. So now the process is the same no matter what you do, but I'll give you a couple of examples. So if I want to go for the Limitless package, and I'm going to show you the version without the DNA kit because it requires a bit more explanation. If you are getting a DNA kit, this will still be relevant to you. I'll mention where it's different as we go. So I click Buy Now. So as you can see, it's added the All Access reports to the cart there. Another option might be, maybe you're interested in nutrient needs, right? So maybe you would sign up for that. With that one, there's not the option to add the DNA report yet, but that's okay. We'll get to that. So you just click Add to Cart. And then once you've decided what you're going to get, maybe you're considering both of those, nutrient needs and all access, but once you've picked one, and just for the sake of demonstrating, I'll go for the all access one because I can show you the most of that one. You then click checkout. And when you click checkout, you'll see this. Do you need a DNA test kit? So this is the place where you would add one if you need one. If you've already got that DNA data from pretty much every popular ancestry DNA service out there already, like 23andMe, Ancestry.com, MyHeritage, then you won't need this. But if you do, then you do. So you can click here to add it to the cart, or you can click skip and check out. In this case, because I want to show you without the DNA kit, I'll do skip and check out. If you do need a DNA kit, then that's where you would just say add to cart there. So the first thing you're going to be asked for here is an email address. Now this is a very important decision to make here, because this is the email address that you'll use from now on to log in to your membership area. So if you ever needed to do password recovery or whatever, you would do it from this email address. So make sure whatever email address you put in here is the email address that you're most comfortable with. So the next step is you need to fill out your information here, which I'm just going to do. And, for security's sake, we'll skip straight ahead to the next section. Okay, so I've just put through my order. As you can see, it's being processed. And now it's thanking me for the order, confirming that it's received. So once you've made your purchase, the first thing that you need to access to actually access your reports is your membership area. And the way that you need to do that is by going to your email inbox. And you can see that we've had two emails immediately. First of all, we have one from Phil Younger to confirm the order. And then we also have one that's just come in from myself to which is about creating the account, which is what you need to do. So make sure to mark it looks safe if it's got a question about that. Not sure why Gmail's doing that when it knows it's from me. And here we go. Here's the information that you need. So it tells you the email address that you set up as your username, and then it gives you a link for you to set up your password. So the reason why we do it this way is because a person has to create their own passwords. It's more secure that way. It means that no one other than you will ever have access to your account unless you voluntarily share the information with them. So, occasionally those links and emails don't work. So there is like a copy and paste link down there as well, where you can achieve the same thing. But I'm just going to click this link here. And then when I click that link, I'm brought here to create new password. So in this case, I would probably, I have a LastPass set up that will automatically generate a strong password for me. I would recommend that you would do something similar, In this case, I don't mind you seeing it because we're going to change it straight away. But yeah, so that's what I'll do. Put in password, confirm password, update, and then it will redirect you. And then again, I would recommend saving it if you can straight away on your browser. Some people use the Chrome browser to do this. I prefer LastPass, so I'm saving that. And then you use your email and the password that you just created and saved. I personally do Remember Me. That's good to do unless you are in a shared computer. And then log in. Now it's asking me if I want to save it on Google as well. Why not? Back up. So now it's asking me for my sex at birth, my year of birth, and my ethnicity. This is necessary for it to make some calculations related to your report. Your reports don't vary much based on birth year, but they do to some degree, and ditto ethnicity, and ditto certainly with gender, right? So it can serve you reports related to that. So I'm just going to put in my details here. Put in 1980 and European, and then click submit. Okay. Now I'm almost here, but we can see there's still an issue. I can't get my reports yet. That's because it needs a raw DNA file. And so there's two options for that. First of all, if you realize, oh, I need a DNA kit after all, you can always order it within this portal if you prefer. Or you can do it back in Feel Younger, if that's where you originally made the purchase. You can do it wherever you like, but I'm just saying you can do it here if you want to. Now, if you were to order a DNA kit from us, then you wouldn't have to do this next process I'm about to explain to you. If you order a DNA kit from us, obviously if you do it later, make sure you use the same email address as you used to log in here to do the order. And then it takes a while for us to process that data, but once we do, it will automatically show up here and automatically you'll have access to all the reports that you've bought. So it's simpler, but it takes, much, much longer. The quick way is for you to upload your raw DNA data that you've already got from somewhere else. But you didn't have to work out how to do it. So that's something I'm going to guide you with right now. So I, for instance, have my raw data in 23andMe. I did it almost 10 years ago, way before I started this company. So that would be where I would go for my raw data. So let me show you what I would do. I would not log into 23andMe yet. The first thing I do is, how do I access my raw DNA data from 23andMe? That's the first step. I see a lot of people logging into 23andMe and then, often getting the wrong data or something like that. So we need to look it up. Okay. And it'll, after all the ads, first result will tell you what it is, more than likely. So, and we want this to download your raw data, right? We don't want to navigating your raw data. That's different. We just want to know how to download it. Okay. So I'm going to click on this link. And then it says, to download your raw data, click on the download tab from within the top navigation bar within the browse raw data feature. Okay. The crucial thing is, see, there's a link here. So I'm just going to click on the link, although I'll open a new tab in case I want to go back and look at these instructions. So then I'm going to log into my account. Yeah, and it's actually brought me to the correct page immediately, which is great. Now, the next step would be to scroll down until we get to this part, request your raw data download, submit request. I don't know how long it will take for you. I don't think it takes very long. But in the meantime, let's talk about what if you're not using 23andMe. If you're not using 23andMe, I would suggest doing exactly the same thing, but at the end of this sentence, put in your service, right? So you could do ancestry.com. And it will show you downloading DNA data. I haven't personally done this because I have never had an Ancestry account, but I understand it to be pretty much the same. And here are step-by-step instructions, right? So link for the right page, and then it'll tell you where you need to go and how you need to do it. It can take time, up to 24 hours to arrive. So my experience, though, is that it tends to be pretty quick with all these services. What about MyHeritage? That seems to be another big one. How do I download my raw DNA file from MyHeritage? Yeah, like it's always there. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the instructions, and that's what you want to do. Okay, so back to 23andMe, and as I said, it doesn't take long. This is literally, I didn't pause here. So it's been like a minute or two. So then you click on download raw data, and we can see it's right here. Genome, Elwin Robinson, zip. That's basically it. So then I go back to Genetic Insights and click upload file. And I go to the file that I've just downloaded. Now in this case, the download comes as a zip file. So at least on a Mac, I just double click that and it unzips. It's a text. I'm not sure with PC if there's anything more to it than double clicking. You might have to right click and click extract. So then you go to browse and you select that text genome document and click open, and then you click upload file. So then you can see it's uploading. This screen might be like this for a little while. If it is, please don't try and exit out or close the browser or anything like that. This is the process that it needs to go through in order to upload. Okay, and then it didn't take too long, maybe 30 seconds. So then you get a message saying that it's worked. Thank you. We started analyzing 83 million plus genetic variants to create your personalized reports. Your results will be ready in approximately 1 to 3 hours. It's not guaranteed. Every file is different, so it can take longer, but usually that is, safe to say. And so then you can just click got it. And then you'll see it changes, and rather than saying you need to upload data, it now says analyzing DNA file. And it will say that for a while, like I said. I mean, ideally an hour, but quite possibly several hours. Okay, so I paused it for 2.5 hours, roughly. And when I came back to the computer, it was done. So, it's not always guaranteed, but that's what it was in this case. And so this is the first thing I see. And so this is all category view. If you, I got a membership here to show you everything that gives you access to everything, our Limitless package. But if you were to have got, something else like our nutrient needs or our weight loss or digestive health, whatever, then you would be able to find them all under here. But you will always see all the reports you have access to at the top here anyway. And it's only if you scroll down and then, click load more, that then you might see that there's more available that you don't have access to yet. But let's not worry about that for now. Let's focus on what you have got so far and what you have access to. So, as you'll see, there's this button here called sort by risk. And so it's automatically sorted by risk. So depending on what it is, you may see different things there. So if it's a condition issue, health, wellness issue, then, the thing that we're concerned with, is it more likely to happen? So in this case, for this person, stress is more likely. If it's a lab marker, then depending on what it is, it might be higher levels, which are, risk factor. So that's why this will be earlier in the list. Let's see if we can come up with some other examples. Yeah, so this is a nutrient. So this is not an increased risk, but an increased need. So I guess there is a risk there if you do not get a nutrient that you have an increased need for. If you do not get enough of a nutrient that you have a need for, and that's more likely if you have an increased need for it, then it is a risk factor. So that's why we put that under increased risk as well. And, in some cases, you might see a toxin there, although they're relatively rare. So in this case, this person's DNA profile that doesn't show up for. Now, The other thing you can sort it by is just alphabetically, in which case you turn off sort by risk, and then you'll see everything just alphabetically. And so, the orange means either fine or typical, depending on what it is. The green will mean like good. That's not always an option. Sometimes there is only typical or different. But when it is an option, you'll see that. So this person's less likely to have addictions, not just typically likely, for one example. So that's how it works when you're looking at all of them. Now, you may have access to, say, just one or two. Like you might have access, you just bought our weight loss package, for instance. So in that case, you can also go to weight loss, and then you can, again, either sort by risk or not. The only other things that you might want to know is that if you should ever want to use a system other than ours, not that you would, but just in case, we make it very easy for you compared to most of the other examples that we found. So it's literally just up here, and you can click download file. Now, if you don't want to see that every time you log in, you can X that away, and then you can always see it here under my account. It says you have an active DNA download file. This is also where you can change your email if you want to, change your password if you want to, and we do have payment options there, because some people, maybe they only get one package, like the weight loss, and then maybe later they want to upgrade to the limitless package and get access to everything, or maybe they just want to get another topic that they're interested in, like detox, cardiovascular health, brain health, whatever. But that's the only reason why that payment thing would become relevant to you, in which case you would then see it in your basket here. So I won't go into what to do with your reports and strategies like that, because I'll do separate videos for that, but just technicalities, as that's what this video is about. Once you see you have a high level of something or whatever, and you're interested in it, or even if it's a normal level, but it's a topic that you're interested in, all you then have to do is click the download button here. And it will take a few seconds, not too long. And then you'll see it starting to download. Now, once that has downloaded, in this case with my Chrome setup, I can see it here, but you may need to go to your downloads folder. Then I can click it here, and it will open straight in my browser. Or I can go to my downloads folder and open it there. Depending on, this is a Mac, but depending on your computer, there may be different ways of opening PDF documents like this, but I'm sure you'll have something. And now you'll see this has changed from download to view. And so, maybe you download it, you don't remember where you left it. That's totally fine. You can just click view the next time. And then what will happen is it will open the report in your browser like that. In that case, I just clicked on it, but if you wanted to open it, say, the default is sort by risk, so I'm going to turn it off. The other thing you can do is, like do a right click and then open a new tab, and then it'll be there as well. And then with your report, in terms of how to go through it, I'll cover that in a different video. But that's it in a nutshell. I hope that makes sense. Thank you for watching.